All right, we are live, and I'm spilling soda everywhere. All right. So I'm going to be doing a question and answer. All right, if you do have some Q&A questions about business credit, which really holistically this is going to almost all be about personal credit and how to get your personal credit in order so that you can do business funding. So while I'm driving, I'm going to be trying to be a good driver and be paying attention to the highway. So we will start off with where I start off with everything that has to do with credit repair, and it is going to be making sure that you have your personal information in order. So this all has to do with, in general, is going to be making sure that your name is your name and that you don't have anything reporting on your credit report that doesn't have to do with your name, not your address, not your date of birth, not your phone number, spouse, whatever it may be. So the very first thing that you got to do is go to Experian, TransUnion, and Equifax. Now this does take a little bit of effort, takes a little bit of time, but not nearly as much time as it does to actually make the disputes, waiting on the letters to come back or get received by the agencies themselves. But this is the key part. Ooh-wee. Now this person don't know how to drive. All right. Try to pull it a little bit up close here. I'll just hold it. This is a little bit better anyways. So the key is making sure that you are who you are. Again, the reason I say that the key is because a lot of identity theft is going on right now. So when we're talking about identity theft and cybersecurity and making sure that what is happening is what is happening, right? Capital One, as you've seen, there's data breaches. I think I just got another message from like Lending Tree, I believe, in an email stating that, hey, there was, or it may have been, was it Credit Karma? I'm trying to remember exactly what, but literally maybe 2 or 3 days ago, sent an email saying, hey, our data has been breached, and although it didn't have anything to do with the Social Security number, there may have been some information of yours that has been released. And so you're seeing that everywhere right now. So the most important part of doing credit repair or credit restoration, and or just in general, getting yourself prepared to get the type of funding, get the credit limits that you want for a business, you have to make sure that your personal information is in order. All right, so let's say that, hey, all that's good. We got our name. It is what our name is. Our date of birth is our name. Our date of birth is correct. Age is correct. Spouse is correct. Where we currently live at is correct, and the place of employment is all correct. Now we're going to be looking at going through and finding negative items that are on our credit report and getting them either established correctly or removed. So you're going through looking for late payments, going to be looking for charge-offs, going to be looking for collections. And the quickest way is after we've done all the verification of our personal information and we've sent out our dispute letters to make sure that the agencies are correcting all those, we are going to ask each agency, Equifax, TransUnion, and Experian, to do a verification check of each account that is showing up as negative on our report. So what does that mean? That just means that we are going to write a letter, and I would actually probably do this one as a real letter. So you could type it up in Word or Google Docs and then print it out and then send it in. So what you're going to do, even put this in a chat GPT. I want to write a dispute letter, or hey ChatGPT, I want to write a dispute letter to each of the agencies, TransUnion, Equifax, Experian, that will be using accuracy or inaccuracies to remove accounts that are showing up on my account and either need to be removed or updated. So what you're going to do is ChatGPT is going to do its thing, and it's going to spit out a letter. You are going to then attach a copy of the most recent photo ID. So I highly always recommend either between a driver's license or social security card, or if you have one, a passport. Typically we don't go the passport route, but that's fine. Using a driver's license and social security card is going to be the best route for this. So you're going to have your driver's license, social security card, and a most recent utility bill. So what that recent utility bill is going to say or prove that you live where you say that you live. And so that there's no way that they can come back to you or shoot you out a message that said, hey, we don't believe it's you, this looks fake, or whatever it may be. It is you, because you're the one proving all this information. Who else has your driver's license, has your social security card, and has a very up-to-date utility bill? They're going to send it back, and hopefully with this round here, this is actually the very first round of disputes that you'll be sending. Hopefully with this round of disputes, you get something off. Sometimes it doesn't. Sometimes it gets everything off, which is kind of crazy. A lot of people have a lot of success right here. Next, let's say there's still a whole bunch of stuff left on there, and it comes up verified, everything's verified. But now I'm going to go back to the late payments collections. I've found collections to be the easiest thing to get removed from a credit report. Late payments, them's the ones. Those are the ones that are a pain in the butt. I've never, so far in my experience, I have yet to see late payments get removed first try, maybe not even second try. But here's what we do. We've gotten everything verified. We're 30 days in. We got our name right. We've made sure that they've updated it. There's the key right here. They've updated. They've said that they've verified everything, or each agency is saying that they've verified everything. And from this point, this is where we start doing what we call factual disputes. This is where we're going to be pulling up our identity IQ. This is where we're going to be going to Experian and doing a full credit report. Or if you don't want to pay for identity IQ or smart credit or whatever, it's $30 a month. It's honestly best way to go, because man, it saves so much freaking time. I'm telling you, do not waste your time. You definitely want to make sure that you are taking that $30 and using it, because it's so much easier when doing your factual disputes. But anyways, you're going to be doing factual disputes. So what you're going to do is compare agencies. Sometimes you'll see 30 days late on one agency, 60 days late on another, and then a paid on time on the other. Like, all three agencies are showing completely different things. That is an inaccuracy. It doesn't matter if it's true or not. If you did miss it, is an inaccuracy on your report. That needs to be removed. And because each of them are not reporting the same, and according to the CFPB laws, those laws require all three of the agencies to be on par with each other. This is huge for us as consumers, because it makes them either update, which they won't. I'm telling you now, some will update or say that they're updating, and the other two will remove, which you're just going to go back and you're going to say, hey, TransUnion and Experian, remove them. Equifax, why is this still on my report? If the other two were unable to verify, how are you able to verify? This is an inaccuracy. This is illegal. They are not being verified, and I want to know why or how or whom that you're speaking to that is verifying this information if the others are unable to do that. Now, that's the late payments. That takes some effort. I'm telling you, you're going to go through at least 2 or 3 rounds. Get ready. Get ready to sit in for 60 to 90 days of credit repair to get those removed. And maybe even if you've been going through this for a while now, maybe you're joining this live right now and saying, dang, I paid somebody for 60, 90, 120 days, 4 months in, and that nothing's happened. It's most likely that you have some late payments, and it's taking a little bit of effort. It's taking some time to get those off. They're trying to, make some moves, make some changes, reword things in a way that gets those late payments removed. I'm telling you, it's not easy. It's just not easy getting those late payments off there. There's a couple of different methods and routes that you can take, but just don't be surprised. And that's why I tell every one of my clients, this could take, especially if you have late payments on your account, we're talking this might take a year. So don't be shocked, don't be surprised just because you're seeing, hey, another credit repair place is getting these removed off their clients. Why is it not coming off mine? Because everybody's different. Everybody's unique. This is not, no one person is the same. And trust me, for that 1, 2, or 3 that they're showing late payments getting removed in 30 days, the other 100 that they're doing are not. And that is just the truth of how it's really going. It's just not happening. And that's quite all right. So be prepared. Now, collections, on the other hand. Collections, I'm telling you, these bad boys be getting off. I have had such good success with getting collections moved off of not off my account, but also all of my clients. So I just posted recently, that's the reason I even did this live, is that most recently my client just showed me their credit report. Experian just popped up, said, hey, a little bell in the top right corner. We clicked on it, started scrolling through that bad boy, remove, deleted. 7. Yeah, you heard me. 7 collections removed in 1 round of disputes. Come on now. These collections, these agencies that are holding and buying up all this debt off of, let's say it's Credit One or what are the guys? Capital One, Credit One, Capital One. They're both down there with that medical, all that medical debt that's being sold off to these third-party vendors. And I'm telling you, wait till you see LVNV funding. And trust me, if you've been in this game, everybody that has clients, especially those that have collections, you're going to see LVNV funding on all of those. And I'm telling you, those bad boys get removed so quick. So what do you do with collections? So this is usually your second round. With collections, you are going to ask them to verify the debt. Prove that it's mine. Prove how much it is. And also ask them why they are reporting over and over and over again on your report that it's a collection account. And it is so many inaccuracies when it comes to debt because they're buying these in bulk. Guys, they are buying these debt. All this debt is being bought in bulk. And I'm telling you, they don't have your information. I will be shocked if you can't get them off within 2 rounds. Check it out. If you're having issues with finding routes to get these removed, check it out. Go to www.thinkwithshear.com. Schedule an appointment with me. Let's talk about it. I'm telling you, yeah, we might talk about what it looks like for me to help you, or help me to help you one-on-one with getting a lot of this other stuff removed, but I am here to help you for the time that I got. I want to give you the 30 minutes to an hour. We're going to talk through it. We'll even make a plan for you to do yourself. No payment required. That's all. I want to just talk to you, sit down with you, see what it looks like. You can try it on your own. Fine, whatever. I'm here to help. That's all I want, is to help people, because I have taken, my goodness, the last 5 years to learn so much. I went through the YouTube University, trust me, and there's just not enough information out there. I have spent well over probably about $5,000 of my own money to learn this stuff, paying people to learn this stuff, and that's okay. I think that that's fine. If you feel like it's a scam, well, then you probably feel like a lot of stuff is a scam. You've paid for a lot of things that you've only used once and you think it's a scam. I don't know how to help those people. But for the people that actually, trust me, if you want to get past something quickly, you're going to pay for it. If you want information quickly, you're going to have to pay for it. And that's fine. But the 30 minutes that you have with me, 100% free, not asking for anything. We'll look at your credit, tell you what the next steps are for you to get to the place that you want to be. We can do a couple different steps. But anyways, collections get moved off. Charge-offs, again, those are going to go hand in hand with late payments. Those are really hard to get removed. Now, a lot of people, these are usually closed accounts. So let's talk through open accounts, right? Maybe you have an auto loan that you're sitting out there with. Maybe sorry. So you have an auto loan account, you have let's say you do have a Capital One credit card, and maybe 3 or 4 years ago there was a late payment. You just missed one, big deal. How do you do that without removing the account off of your credit report? Because look, if it's open, it's just going to pop up again. If it's an open account, gets removed from your credit, they're going to report the next month. It's like a checking account. It's just going to keep reporting, and they're going to keep sending you a little PDF or whatever it may be. For those late payments, there's 2 methods. It's going to take a long time again. Call up Capital One, whatever the financial institution is. If it's Navy Fed, if it's Chase, Capital One, or Bank of America, I would just call them up and see if they do a one-time oopsie. Hey, who do I need to talk to? Your financial institution, your bank of choice, whatever, and you ask them, hey, is there a way to get that 30-day late payment removed off my account? I went through some hard times. Give them the whole thing. I had a baby, I had 2 babies. Man, I was really sick. I lost my job. Can I please get that removed? It was COVID. There was a lot going on. Whatever. Try that method. That's one way. The other is to go to Experian, write a dispute letter, and state that you were never late, and ask them to go and prove that you were late. That's it. And next, the only thing, because you want it to pop up and show never late. The best way to have great credit is to never be late. So what are the things? How do you get an 800 credit score? If anybody were to ask me that, I'd say no collections, no late payments, and at least 3 credit cards with an average of $5,000 or more in credit lines available. Then it's some form of installment loan, whether it be auto loan, mortgage, student loan, several of those, and boom, 800 credit score, easy peasy. But once you get them late payments hitting, once you get those collections hitting, once you get them charge-offs coming, it's a tough uphill battle. I would even dare to say it is a lot easier and a lot quicker to get business funding when you are absolutely fresh. Like you've never had a credit card, you might have had an auto loan here and there. Only thing you got is a job and a couple bills. That's the easiest way to start. No credit at all. Don't ever let nobody tell you the bad credit is better than no credit. They are lying to your face. Because it is so easy, and I mean it, so easy to go and get that credit. You can go to get a secured line, put in like $100, and then they give you $100 credit card. You let that age for 2 or 3 months, ask for an increase. Your credit score is going to go up like 20, 30 points right there. You might already be in 700 range off of one card. So in 3 months. Now you got 4 or 5 collections. You got 9 late payments. That's when it's tough. That's when it takes a lot of time. All right. So now we're on. Now let's say we got all those collections removed. We got all those late payments removed. We got all of the charge-offs removed. The next thing is now we're going to finally, we did it. We got our personal credit in order. And right back to where I was talking about before, we need to get credit cards in our name. And we need those to have higher limits. So we're going to be looking for, depending on, hopefully, if we are the ones that had credit before, we're getting those removed or getting those late payments reversed to never late, we can look at going into having higher limit credit cards by applying for places that give high limit credit cards. A lot of people start with Capital One, and I'm going to tell you, I don't think that's the best place to start. The best place to start is going to be your larger banks. So Chase is very good with starting off with decently high limits. The other is going to be Wells Fargo. The other going to be American Express. The only problem with American Express is they don't show the limit. They show paid on time, but they're not showing limits. So usually you want to go to those after you're hitting like 750 and you have maybe 1 or 2 cards under your belt. My favorite place to go is going to be to your local credit unions or the larger credit unions, your Navy Feds, your FCUs, your Truist. Truist is not a credit union, I'm sorry. Apple, that's not to be confused with Apple as in the phone. Apple Federal Credit Union. Those credit unions like that are going to be the ones you want to look into at getting higher credit limits. You're wanting to get those $2,000, $3,000, $4,000 credit limits so that whenever 30, 60, 90 days rolls around, you're asking for increases and doubling it. Now you started with, say, 3,000. You double that. Let's say they only give you 5, or maybe they do give you a double. They give you the 6,000. Now you got 3 cards sitting on 6,000 a piece, and you're hitting $18,000 worth of credit line. You got you've paid on time perfectly on your auto loan. Maybe you have a mortgage. You have those perfectly paid on time. You're just sitting real good. I'm telling you, at this point, you're looking at a 780, 790, maybe even 800 credit score at this point. This is where you want to in heavy on business credit. Once you're averaging $5,000 across 3 credit cards of at least $5,000 or more, is when you want to start looking at getting into the business funding, those business credit. This again, if you built a relationship with Chase, if you built a relationship with Bank of America or Wells Fargo through the personal side, it's going to be a lot easier when it goes to the business side. They already do business with you. They see your spending habits already. They see that you're perfectly in line with the type of client that they want to provide funding for. You paid on time. You have no charge-offs, no collections. Businesses are always going to be more well-funded than the personal side. Typically, the personal side, even as we go on, we're going to look at getting higher and higher personal credit lines. But generally speaking, your businesses are going to need to spend more. So a lot of times, you can go to Chase and you can go and apply for a Business Inc. or a Blue Cash Inc. The Wells Fargo is the Signities. I forgot exactly what they call that business line. When you're applying for those, they may go ahead and throw you a nice little bag, let's say a 10, a 15, even a 20s bag credit lines right there. Now, typically, you're going to not start with a business line of credit. The blocks, the BLOCs, are a little bit harder to get, usually for more well-established businesses that have revenue. You're still going to be looking for those credit cards. These credit cards should be 0 interest for 12, 18, 21 months. These are where you get to scale your business and you're scaling at 0% interest. This is the beauty. This is the love. This is where you can actually make real moves, life-changing moves, especially with your business, especially in life. What if you went to Chase, 15 stacks. Go to Wells Fargo, 15 stacks, 30K. And you hear these numbers, this is not hard. This is very basic, very normal for people with close to 800 credit score or 800s. This is very normal for people that have perfect lines of credit on their personal side. They've been paying on time for the past 12 to 18 months on their credit lines. They have $15,000, $20,000 on their personal side. They are going to be getting the bag when it comes to the business side. They said, oh, if he can do it on the personal side, or she can do it on the personal side, she can do it, or he can do it on the business for sure. So they are going to be giving you those 20 bags, those 15 bags. You're going to go to 2 or 3 different places and you're going to apply, either on the Experian, the TransUnion, or the Equifax side. And you're going to do that and repeat, rinse and repeat for all of the banks that you've been having a personal relationship with. That's why it's so important on the credit union side to make sure that, one, when you're doing the personal lines of credit or the credit cards on the credit union side, making sure that those credit unions also do business as well. So when you apply for your business credit cards or you apply for your business checking, things of that nature, you're going to have a relationship with them. They already see the type of person you are, the type of client you are. All right. That was a whole lot. So let's wrap it all up. I don't see anybody on here, and that's fine. Perfectly fine with me. We're doing lives. I only got 1,170 subscribers. So if this was helpful to you, if you're actually here, you're seeing this later on, hit the like, subscribe to the channel. Let's wrap it up though. Let's go back through what we got to do. First things first, we got to have a solid record on our personal accounts. We cannot have to get an 800 credit score. We must have 3 lines of credit on our personal side, averaging at least $5,000 or more on average. We cannot have any late payments. We cannot have any collections. We cannot have any delinquent accounts on our report when we're trying to go for this bag on the business side. Is it possible? Yes. Does it work all the time? No. We must have those in order. Once our personal side is in order, then we're going to be going for that business funding, the business bag. I highly recommend Chase. I highly recommend Wells Fargo. Amex again. All those credit unions that we were talking about as well. Navy Federal. We got FCU. There's Apple. And there's a ton. Oh, man, too many to even think about naming as far as the credit unions are concerned. You're going to go them. U.S. Bank also has an incredible business side as well, so for business banking. And that's just that. That's it. Honestly, once your personal side gets in order, the business comes so simple, so easy. And lastly is making sure that your mind is ready. Are you ready to have $30,000, $40,000, $50,000 to scale and expand, or just completely start your business up? Are you ready for the type of business to do that? Are you ready to employ people? Do you have the marketing skills that you'll need to place ads, to create content, to go out and do sales for your business? Is that the type of work that you've already put in place? Because it doesn't matter how much money you have if your business sucks. It's just simple as that. It don't matter how much money. If you suck at business, or if your product sucks, this bag's gonna go away, and it's gonna go away in a hurry. All right, there it is. Personal line in order. Make sure your business line in order. Then, if your business lines of money are in order, your mind and your business and your product has to be in order as well. All right, guys, if this was helpful, hit that like, hit the subscribe, check me out. I'm going to go live as much as I possibly can. I want to answer questions, so if you do have any questions, shoot them in the shoot a DM. All across all social media is going to be Real Mike Shear, RealMikeShear. That's Instagram, TikTok, Twitter. I guess Twitter's X now. Threads. I post heavy on, and also Facebook as well. Check me out there. And I'll catch you guys next time.